Thinking about moving to Southeast Asia and just curious about what daily life really costs there. Whether you're a digital nomad, a long-term, or someone planning to retire abroad, you've probably heard people rave about how cheap life is in Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia. But how cheap is it really? And more importantly, what do you actually get for your money? Today, we're breaking it all down. I'll walk you through the real daily cost of living in Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia, covering food, housing, transport, entertainment, and even hidden expenses. By the end, you'll know exactly which country gives you the best value for your lifestyle. So let's dive in, and spoiler alert, it's not always the one you think. Thailand, the everyday costs of paradise. Thailand is often the first stop for people moving to Southeast Asia. And honestly, it's easy to see why. It's got everything: modern cities, tropical islands, great food, and strong infrastructure. But what does daily life cost? Let's break it down. Accommodation. In Bangkok, you can rent a modern one-bedroom condo with a gym and pool for around $400, $600 a month. That breaks down to about $15, $20 a day if you head to Chiang Mai or smaller towns. The same type of apartment might only cost $250, $350. Want to splurge? A luxury condo with skyline views in Bangkok might set you back $1,000, but compared to New York or London, that's still insanely cheap. Food. This is where Thailand shines. Street food is legendary. Pad Thai, fried rice, or curry for just $2, $3 a meal. That means you can eat 3 times a day for under $10 if you stick to local spots. Of course, Western restaurants will cost more. Expect to pay $10, $15 for a pizza or burger in Bangkok. So realistically, your daily food costs could range from $8, $20 depending on your style. Transporto. Public transport in Bangkok is super affordable. The BTS SkyTrain, or MRT, is usually under $1 per ride. Grab taxis and motorbike taxis are everywhere. And a 20-minute ride usually costs $2 for dollars. If you are in Chiang Mai, renting a scooter is the way to go, around $80, $100 a month, or about $3 a day, plus fuel. Entertainment and extras. Want a massage? About $8, $12 for an hour. A night out in Bangkok, a local beer costs $2, $3. Cocktails, maybe $5, $7. Cinema tickets are about $6. You could easily enjoy a fun night out for under $25. Daily total in Thailand if you live simply. You can easily get by on $25, $30 a day. For a more comfortable lifestyle with some Western meals and entertainment, expect $40, $60 a day. And if you want a luxury lifestyle with condos, cocktails, and shopping malls, around $80, $100 a day will have you covered. Thailand is definitely not the absolute cheapest in Southeast Asia, but the quality of life and convenience make it worth every dollar. Vietnam, affordable, flavorful, and fast-growing. If Thailand is about comfort and convenience, Vietnam is about energy and value. This country is buzzing motorbikes everywhere, booming cities, and some of the best food on the planet. It is also one of the most affordable places to live comfortably in 2025. Let's play with that. Accommodation. In Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, a modern one-bedroom apartment in the city center runs around $300, $500 a month. If you are okay living a bit outside the center, you can find places as low as $200, $250 in Hanoi. Prices are similar, sometimes even slightly cheaper. Daily breakdown: $8, $15 a day for a comfortable apartment. But here is where Vietnam surprises people who can get high-quality serviced apartments with cleaning included $4 for $106 a month. That is like living in a hotel with amenities without paying hotel prices. Food. Food is ridiculously cheap and unbelievably good. A steaming bowl of pho will cost $1.50, $2.50. A banh mi sandwich, around $1. Local rice or noodle dishes, $2, $3. You can literally eat 3 meals a day for under $7 if you wanted. Western food is more expensive, but still cheaper than Thailand. A decent burger or pizza might be $7, $10. Upscale restaurants with cocktails and full meals will run $15, $20 per person. So realistically, your daily food cost is $6, $15, depending on whether you stick with local or mix in Western dining. Transport Vietnam is motorbike country. In Hanoi or Saigon, most expats rent a scooter about $50, $70 a month, or $2, $3 a day, plus gas. Grab bike taxis are also everywhere. A short ride across town, just $1, $2. Longer rides rarely cost more than $5. Public transport is improving, but most locals and foreigners rely on scooters. It is part of the culture, part of the chaos, and honestly, part of the fun. Entertainment and extras coffee culture in Vietnam is huge. A cup of strong Vietnamese coffee is usually $1, $2, even in trendy cafes. Bars and nightlife are affordable. 2 local beers for $1, $2, cocktails $3, $5, cinema tickets around $4, $5, and massages or spas are even cheaper than Thailand often. $6, $8 for an hour. The extras here are cheap enough that you can enjoy them daily without feeling guilty. Daily total in Vietnam. If you live like a local rent, a simple place, eat street food, and ride a scooter, you could survive on $20, $25 a day. Eat for a balanced lifestyle with some comforts, budget $30, $45 a day. And if you want to go upscale service department, Western restaurants, trendy bars, you are looking at around $50, $70 a day. So, compared to Thailand, Vietnam is generally cheaper across the board, especially for food and entertainment, while still offering a vibrant, modern lifestyle. It is a bit more chaotic, but for many travelers, that chaos is part of its charm. Cambodia, low costs, slower pace, and big surprises. Now, let's talk about Cambodia. This country often gets overlooked, but for people who want a low-cost lifestyle and a slower pace, Cambodia can be a hidden gem. It doesn't have the same infrastructure or global reputation as Thailand or Vietnam, but the affordability and laid-back vibe make it worth considering. Accommodation? In Phnom Penh, the capital, you can rent a basic one-bedroom apartment for around $200, $300 a month. A more modern apartment with air conditioning and maybe a small gym runs $350, $500 in Siem Reap. Home of Angkor Wat? Prices are even lowered, sometimes as little as $150, $250 for a decent place. On a daily basis, you're looking at $6, $15 a day for rent. If you want luxury, Cambodia still delivers at a fraction of the cost. High-end service apartments or boutique-style condos often cost $600 to $800 a month, which is still way less than Thailand or Vietnam's top properties. Food. Food is where Cambodia really shines for budget travelers. Local meals, like rice with pork or Khmer curries, usually cost $1.50, $3. Street food, snacks, often under $1. Even restaurant meals are affordable, averaging $4, $6 for a decent sit-down meal. Western food is a little pricier here since imports are expensive, but you can still get a pizza or burger for around $6, $8. Daily food costs can be as low as $5, $10 if you eat like a local, or $12, $18 if you mix in Western food. Transport is simple but cheap. Tuk-tuks are the main way to get around, especially in Phnom Penh and Siem Reap. A short ride costs around $1, $2, and even crossing the city rarely goes above $5. Motorbike rentals are also common, around $50, $70 a month, similar to Vietnam. Gas is cheap, and distances are shorter in most Cambodian cities, so you'll spend less overall. Entertainment and extras. Daily extras are shockingly affordable here. A local beer? About $1. Cocktails in touristy areas like Pub Street in Siem Reap. $2, $3. A cinema ticket, around $3. Massages are among the cheapest in Southeast Asia, often just $5, $7 for now. Internet and SIM cards are fast and cheap, about $5, $10 a month for solid mobile data. Even laundry services are inexpensive, usually $1 per kilogram. Daily Toto in Cambodia. If you're living simply local meals, basic apartment, you could comfortably live on $15, $20 a day. For a more balanced lifestyle, with a mix of local and Western food, occasional nights out, and a nicer apartment, expect $25, $35 a day. And even if you go more upscale, you'll rarely spend more than $40, $60 a day unless you're going all in on luxury. Cambodia is definitely the cheapest of the three countries overall, but it comes with trade-offs. Less developed infrastructure, fewer modern conveniences, and sometimes slower services. Still, if your goal is maximum affordability without giving up too much comfort, Cambodia is hard to beat. Side-by-side comparison. Alright, now that we've looked at Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia individually, let's put them side by side. Because I know what you're thinking, okay? But which one actually gives me the best bang for my buck? Here's how the daily costs stack up. Accommodation daily average. Thailand, $10, $25 budget apartment. To mid-range Vietnam, $8, $20. Cambodia, $6, $15. Winner? Cambodia, for cheapest overall. But Vietnam offers the best mix of affordability and modern quality. Food daily. Average item. $8, $15. With mixing local and Western food, $6. And quality is amazing. Cambodia, $5, $10. But Western food is pricier here. Winner, Vietnam. The balance between cost and quality of food is unbeatable. Transport daily average. Thailand, $2, $6. Motorbike rental or public transport Vietnam, $2, $5 cheaper. Motorbikes. Grab app is widespread Cambodia. $2, $5. Tuk-tuks are cheap. Distances are short. Winner? Vietnam edges out because of cheap ride-hailing and better infrastructure. Entertainment and extras daily average Thailand, $5, $15 depending on lifestyle. Vietnam, $4, dollars. Cambodia, $3, $10 cheapest. Massages and beer. Winner. Cambodia for pure low cost. But Thailand has best of it. Overall daily living costs balanced lifestyle. Thailand, $25, $40 day. Vietnam, $20, $35 day. Cambodia, $15, $30 day. Final verdict. If you want the most developed and comfortable lifestyle, go with Thailand. If you want the best balance of cost, food, and culture, choose Vietnam. If you want the absolute cheapest option while still enjoying life, Cambodia is your winner. Lifestyle factor beyond numbers, but here, as something important, living costs aren't just about numbers, they about lifestyle. In Thailand, you get international level healthcare, infrastructure, and nightlife, but you'll pay slightly more. In Vietnam, you get incredible food, friendly vibes, and affordability, but things can feel a little more chaotic. In Cambodia, you get the slow pace, super low costs, and a smaller expat sin butts, less convenience compared to the other two. So really, the best country depends on you. What's your travel style? Do you want modern convenience, foodie heaven, or bare minimum costs with more laid-back living? And that's the breakdown of the daily cost of living in Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia. Whether you're traveling long-term, working remotely, or just curious about where your money goes further. These three countries prove one thing. Southeast Asia is still one of the most budget-friendly regions on Earth. Now, I want to hear from you if you had to pack your bags tomorrow and move to one of these countries. Which would you pick? Thailand's comfort, Vietnam's balance, and Cambodia's ultra-low costs. Drop your answer in the comments below. If this video helped you, don't forget to hit that like button. Share it with your travel buddies, and subscribe to Across the Globe for more budget travel guides, hidden gems, and lifestyle comparisons. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and remember you don't need to be rich to live richly.